my name in the stands. I got drums, I got bands.
The tundra may not quite be frozen, but it's getting there as we work our way through December. The radar today, however, is clear at Lambeau Field in Green Bay. We all know this community lives for its Packers, and the green and gold came out of the tunnel a short time ago, and it was loud. We are ready for football, so are they, as the Packers get set to match up with the Cleveland Browns. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. Second and 11. To throw, it's Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now Rodgers steps in, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Browns have a short field in front of them now as they take over 1st and 10. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got the hook up to Landry. 7 yards, the pick up there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing, Mayfield. There's the rookie from Auburn, Anthony Schwartz. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. So, Charles, this defense is going to have its hands full all game long, you'd have to figure, facing the man second in the NFL in passing yards. What's the course of action here defensively?
Well, we all know that every down seems to have equal importance. But for this game, they're putting it all on 3rd down. Make sure they stop them there, get off the field, and that way they can turn the ball over to their offense and feel good about how this game's progressing.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Mayfield to throw it. Flush to his right. This is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
The penalty yards marched off as they'll try again on 2nd and goal. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead on the road here at Lambeau. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now a 7-0 game. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rodgers on the bootleg. Caught on the right side by Jones. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Well, this defense for the Browns, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield, but all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
And this will be a Packers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Obviously an important run to avoid the 3-and-out on your own side of the field.
Shows a lot of faith in that offensive unit, doesn't it? That you want to run the ball in that situation, pick up the first down. Also helps out your defensive guys a little bit, too. Allows them to get at least one more series of downs in order to get some rest.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. Greg Newsome up to make the stop.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From just shy of midfield, Rodgers, a check down here to Jones. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Rodgers going to throw. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jones with a nice burst there on first down as he'll be taken down, but not before a gain of 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Rodgers, throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll try again with Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down.
There's another example that playing football isn't strictly being physical. You got to think as well. Nice job reading his keys by the linebacker and going out in the open space when they dumped it to the back. He was able to make the play and stop him short of the goal line.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. Well, the decision there, 4th and goal. They go for it, but this ball intercepted in the end zone.
Hey, how about some applause for the stand by this defense? Just to force them into a 4th and goal situation was one thing, but then to get the interception, keep them off the scoreboard, that's a job very well done.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chris Barnes. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point by McCann, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one, and they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. Now it's Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. So now the Packers turn things over to the special teams crew. They're on for the field goal try. This from 54 yards away. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. It's what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Browns drive about to get started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. On 2nd and 10, Mayfield. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. To throw, Mayfield. And incomplete here to bring up 4th down as the rookie couldn't haul it in. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Malik McDowell breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Browns drive about to get started. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now a timeout signal for him. They'll get him with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Mayfield and this Browns offense Browns staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Play fake. Mayfield. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So we've reached halftime here. Charles has already thrown off his headset. He's out here. He says, it's Christmas Day. I'm going home. We're not done yet, though. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield now. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man of the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it from route.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Mayfield. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
3rd and long for Mayfield. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Patterson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Cordero Patterson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw again on second down. Rodgers. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Yeah, big play there. And when you have a running back that you can use like a wide receiver, when he has that kind of versatility, you do as they did there. Get him out of the backfield and give those defensive backs something else to worry about.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 46. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. From the 41, Rodgers into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there. As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 32.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Once more, they turn to Patterson. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just a yard to go here on second down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their third corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. Back now at Lambeau. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he's going to work this one down to about the 5. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
escaping the pressure right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Third and short yardage. Mayfield. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
This one swung out here to Jones.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll toss to Jones running left. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Rodgers. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. Touchdown, Packers!
Robert Tonyan with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Packers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Mayfield looks to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Similar to a shooter in basketball, just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Here's Baker.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
He's going to let it fly.
And it's a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. To throw is Rodgers. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rodgers to throw. Eluding. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Now Rodgers. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Back to throw, Rodgers. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught on the sideline. But no, they'll say out of bounds. He caught it but was not in bounds, incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Now Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Picked off at the 30. And the Packers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Well, going into the final play of this game.